Previously on Meerkat Manor. At the Whiskers, Swift faced more turmoil when all 5 of her daughters revealed they were in the family way. Tragedy struck Hakuna Matata when a violent storm caused the family to split, leading to the death of Munchkin's newborn pups. And the torrential downpours sent a shockwave through the heart of Auntu territory as the river flowed for the first time in 25 years. An uneasy calm descends over the Kalahari at night. But the chilling consequences of recent events are not yet laid to rest. While some sleep peacefully underground, others will be lucky to wake at all. At times of great change, the endurance of a dynasty relies upon family unity. And hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. A river now flows through the desert. Water gives life, but it can also take it away. The riverbed was once home to Daisy's Auntu clan, but their burrows took the full force of the flood, and the family hasn't been seen since. Nothing drowns Daisy's fighting spirit. The family had a very lucky escape. When the floodwaters rose, Daisy led her gang to higher ground where they sought refuge overnight. A strategy adopted by other escapees too. These new, elevated premises offer a delightful view of the river. But there are some serious drawbacks. Firstly, the burrow is a tight squeeze for 14. And secondly, with much of their land cut off or underwater, they appear to be stuck with it. This downsizing couldn't have come at a more inconvenient time for Daisy. Or indeed for Magali and Mamouf, all of whom are about to give birth. Daisy's customary tactic of stealing a neighbour's burrow is no longer an option, now that they're cut off from Hakuna Matata land. Leaving them right back where they started a year ago, with an expanding family in a home barely big enough to accommodate them. Daisy may be short on options, but where there's a will, there'll always be a way. Two kilometers south of the river, Belle Hurricane is first up at the Whiskers burrow. Each new day brings greater anxiety for this mother-to-be. One of 5 pregnant sisters whose due dates coincide, her sole concern is ensuring that her pups have the greatest chance of survival. This situation has arisen because Swift has failed to act. By choosing not to evict her pregnant daughters, she has set them on a collision course that could threaten the stability of the whole family. Yet she seems curiously relaxed about it all. So relaxed, in fact, that she's in danger of undermining her own status. As eldest daughter, Belle Hurricane is well placed to exploit any weakness in leadership. And she knows it. As the others get stuck into the morning chores, the 5th sister, Leica, has yet to surface. While no one's watching, Belle Hurricane quietly slips below ground. When she re-emerges, she carries with her a lifeless newborn pup. It's now clear that Leica gave birth overnight. She stayed with her litter but was powerless to stop Belle Hurricane. Pup deaths, whether or not at the hand of another, are sadly inevitable. Belle Hurricane has simply ensured that the family will focus on raising her pups, not her sisters. That is precisely why Swift evicts anyone who could pose a threat just before giving birth herself. Perhaps emboldened by her ruthless actions, Belle Hurricane leads the family out. Everyone dutifully falls in behind her, with Swift being the last to leave. Laker finally surfaces to face her harsh reality. Her loss is any mother's worst nightmare. Her readiness to leave the burrow almost certainly means that Bell Hurricane left no survivors. And now, the family has left without her. At the Hakuna Matata burrow, Flint is eager to leave her family troubles behind. Following the tragic loss of Munchkin's pups, she's moving everyone to a new home. It's the first time that her youngsters have attempted a major journey, and it'll be tough on their little legs. But the kids are ready for an adventure. The journey starts well enough, but things soon start to unravel as the long grass causes confusion and makes sticking together almost impossible. When they reach the road, Flint spots an escape from the grass. Finnick is dubious of taking such a perilous step, but Flint has no such qualms. The road will enable them to move quickly as a group. But out here, they are dangerously exposed to predators and vehicles. They're making good progress, but one pup is struggling to keep up. Munchkin offers Mooncake some encouragement. It's not long before little May falls behind, too. Once again, it's Munchkin who steps up to help. Since the loss of her own pups, she's doing everything she can to protect Flint's. And that means getting them to the new burrow as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, further south, the Whiskers have followed Bell Hurricane all the way to a shady midday pit stop. The mood has lifted since this morning's grisly start. Seemingly unburdened of her responsibilities as leader, Swift uncharacteristically joins in the rough and tumble with Ragnar, Rollo, and Floki. It's far too hot for her heavily pregnant daughters, who have neither the energy nor the inclination to join in. So instead, Swift indulges them with a bit of pampering. Perhaps she is softening in her old age. But allowing 5 daughters to breed is unusual, to say the least. And it could well be a sign that Swift is losing control. Belle Hurricane, meanwhile, is beginning to show the qualities required to replace her. She has a ruthless streak and a presence that others have started to follow. Could a shift in power from mother to daughter be on its way? Or is Swift's apparent nonchalance due to something else entirely? Back on the road, Hakuna Matata continue to make good progress on their journey to a new burrow. Even little May is now keeping up as everyone follows Munchkin's caring example. Mooncake has a tendency to get distracted. But Censure is now keeping a watchful eye over her. Gurk has taken charge of Reef. Even Finnick has involved himself in the childcare, taking parental responsibility for Seymour. No one will be left behind today. As they draw closer to their destination, Munchkin moves up front with Flint, who's looking for the exit off the road. It's here somewhere. Now, they just have to find the burrow. Munchkin helps May with the final push. And there it is, their new home. Flint's pups will stay here until all 5 are capable of standing on their own 2 feet. Behind every great leader is a great support team. And Flint has one she can count on. Munchkin, having put her own personal tragedy behind her, has blossomed into a loyal sister and protective aunt. Finnick has grown from a hapless first-time dad to a dependable father. Finally. And Flint, having successfully raised 13 pups in 1 year, has transformed Hakuna Matata into the largest of the 3 family dynasties, proving herself worthy of her illustrious bloodline. Flower's legacy truly lives on here. As a tumultuous day draws to a close, the Whiskers head back towards their burrow. where Laker is waiting patiently for them. With more births imminent, change is coming. Swift has now led the Whiskers for longer than even her great-grandmother Flower did. 6 glorious years. Always with one constant at her side. Her ever-faithful Bria. Together, the devoted grandparents-to-be have produced no fewer than 54 pups. And built the dynasty to be stronger than when Swift first took command. But the Whiskers have never raised 4 litters at the same time. What happens tonight will determine the scale of change to come. A new dawn heralds new life. And the wait is finally over for another of the expectant sisters. Belle Hurricane is once again the early bird. She won't venture far from her newborns below. Their arrival may now strengthen her leadership ambitions. And she will do whatever it takes to protect them. But when Swift rises, it appears she has been concealing a secret all along. She too has more life to deliver and is nowhere near ready to relinquish her crown. The fate of a family is determined by its unity and the strength of its leader. The fight for the dynasty continues.